Hey, it's Flango. Um, I forget how far down I am. I think I'm at Gunnar's deck. It's the first 13 to 17 deck. And it's a Bog Dweller deck. We've looked at a lot of Bog Dweller decks, but we're gonna look at another. So he's running Bog Dweller, Ephemeral Garden, 3 of them. That's not how you spell Wraithblade. I'm under units. Wraithblade, 3 of them. Great Monarch. I'm sorry. Nothing is working today. 3 Great Monarchs, 3 Barriers. I've said this before, I don't necessarily like having 3 of each in the deck, but it's definitely workable. Wings, just 1. Sludge, 2. I've said enough. I think it's probably better to just fully do Sludge. But Sludge got nerfed a lot, and now it's 31 cost, so maybe it's more Wings oriented now. 2 Swamps, I don't think that's terrible. Sorry. It's just, made a domain video. This game makes me yawn, what can I say? Cloning seeds. 1. Sure. Bog Dweller, 1. Okay. This is a really, really standard Bog Dweller deck. I don't like the cloning seeds because it really just means it's Ephemeral Garden. Or some enemy card. Or Great Monarch. But still, like, none of those are all that appealing. Sometimes it's okay on Great Monarch. Maybe I should check my room for lack of oxygen. Anyway, sometimes it's good on Great Monarch. Sometimes you want it on Ephemeral Garden, but frankly, I would honestly just run another Bog Dweller and just go for those cards, man. Or just run another Sludge. Something to finish the game. I mean, even what's that? Bog or Swamp? No, Bog. That's the card. Vile Bog. Even Vile Bog would like do the job. It's just like you just need a finisher, right? So, yeah, that's sort of my opinion. Overall, this deck is pretty solid. I think it should still be a meta deck, or if it's not, then it should still be very playable. Although they did nerf Wraithblade and Sludge, so maybe it's not as good anymore. Hard to rely on Wraithblade to get to your Sludge, but overall, I still think like you just need the Wraithblade to make it work. I don't know. Like you don't even like care that much as long as you're getting the 6 damage. Like that's the main idea here is just get 6 damage. Play Barrier on your Bog Dweller. Oh, Barrier got nerfed too. I don't know. Maybe this deck is pretty meh now. But I think it'll always be more or less playable. You can remove some barriers, play Sludge, or I don't know. Did they remove every good card in the game? They kept Wings. Flash is playable for like dueling. Um, hmm. I guess that's it. Yeah, I don't really see any other cards that you can really use aggressively to keep it up. I mean, you can use Vilebog. But yeah, they did kind of remove all the, is this only insects? Yeah. Okay. So pretty much any aggressive, like, utility spell did get nerfed down. So probably I would say like, yeah, you can just keep the barrier. It's a really strong card. Or you can maybe like, maybe it's time to turn the barrier into a unit and just make it like, what's that guy called? Swamp Terror. And then maybe it's time to turn the Sludge into a Chimera. Or Vilebog. Or even like Forest Wyvern. Forest Wyvern does what, 14 plus 5 I guess on in many situations if you're using Swamp Terror. So, I don't know, it's pretty good reach. And then, I mean, that would combo with Sludge too, but you could just ignore Sludge. 19 damage for 20 cost is 1 for 1. I mean, that's pretty good at 20 cost. And then, like, if you really want, you can also turn it into a giant scorpion, which is same idea. It doesn't have as much, like, reach, if you will, but it has more stickiness. If you're hitting with Bog Dweller, you don't really need the reach anyways in some cases. So then you can just hit with Bog Dweller, hit with Giant Scorpion, and then you're covering a lot more space. I don't know. I think that maybe that's what it's time to do. Great Monarch can obviously heal this card and this card. Does it heal insects and plants? Yeah, so I mean it could also heal this card, but whatever. So yeah, I think overall that's my take. This should always be a decent meta deck. Um, I think it shouldn't have gone 13 and 17, or 13th to 17th in the tournament. I think it shouldn't have lost first round. Um, I'd have to assume that it was like the first opponent was like Sturm, Reinhardt, Zenith Shadow, Ulrich. Even Loki's deck was pretty strong. Or I mean, even Savage Striker's deck would beat this potentially. Um, One of like the more rigid decks, or it was just poorly played. Maybe like Gunnar made a mistake or two. Because overall this is a solid deck and it should have done pretty well at the tournament. So I guess that's all I have to say about this one. It'll be a quick one today. And don't worry, because I think I'm going to have a lot to say about Ron2 and Matt P's decks. Maybe not much about Matt P's. Ron2's I'll have a lot to say. It's a king we haven't seen yet. So, without further ado, thanks for watching.